If you're wondering whether freediving is truly extreme, I'll take a deep breath, dive far beneath the water and find out for you. My name is Agnes Ryłowicz and I'm a paragliding instructor. Welcome to the world of extreme sports. I'll show you how to live on the edge and introduce you to people who push their limits every single day. Ready for an adrenaline rush? Let's dive in. So, what exactly is freediving? Freediving is diving. It's diving in the purest, most natural form, without using compressed air tanks and without breathing underwater. This is a practice humanity has been engaging in for thousands of years. How deep will we be going today as beginners? The maximum depth you'll be able to reach is 5 meters. Whether you can do it, we'll find out. People often think that holding your breath underwater is terrifying or extremely difficult. But it's really not that bad. Have you ever tried holding your breath before? Yes, I have. How long were you able to hold it? I tried today and I managed 1 minute and 40 seconds. Towards the end, I felt this panic, like I absolutely had to breathe. It's definitely an instinctive reflex. When we hold our breath, our bodies activate mechanisms designed to conserve oxygen. It's thanks to these mechanisms that some people in the world can hold their breath for 10, 11 or even 12 minutes. This diving reflex isn't just for world record holders achieving incredible feats. Everyone has it. You, me, all of us. So here's the good news. You're already naturally equipped to hold your breath. Tell me, what kind of physical conditioning does a freediver need? Do you need to train beforehand, or is there any specific preparation required? Stretching is absolutely crucial as a supporting exercise. Especially stretching your chest and diaphragm. The more elastic your chest is, the more air you can take in, and the more compressed your lungs can become at great depths. When your lungs are reduced to a very small size at those depths, this flexibility is invaluable for a freediver. Here's what I want you to do. Take a deep breath. I'll count down from 5 to 0. Around 0, not necessarily at 0. You'll take a deep breath and start holding it in. What do you think will happen to your oxygen saturation? It'll drop. It'll go down. Let's count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep breath. Now, hold your breath and monitor your oxygen saturation. How much does it drop? Let me tell you right away. For someone holding their breath, an oxygen saturation level of 70% is still absolutely safe. However, if you don't feel the need to breathe, but your saturation drops below 70%, that's when you should start breathing again. Enough. Okay. 97. 97. So, perfectly normal. You felt the need to breathe, but that need was actually due to something else. Carbon dioxide, not oxygen levels. Now listen closely. When you feel the urge to breathe, it might seem like you're about to suffocate or die. But that's not the case. You still have plenty of oxygen in your body, as you saw earlier on the oximeters. You felt the urge to breathe, but your oxygen level was nearly normal, and in your case it was completely normal. When we dive, especially when it's not for sightseeing, like admiring coral reefs or fish, but rather along a line, we completely disconnect from the outside world. Our focus turns inward, solely on our bodies. It's a deeply meditative experience. If you already practice meditation, this will enhance your freediving. But even if you've never meditated before, freediving has a way of naturally guiding you into that meditative state. Freediving on a single breath brings challenges that most people don't anticipate.
którego na ogół ludzie sobie nie zdają sprawy.
Many think the hardest part is holding your breath,
To wstrzymanie oddechu.
and they imagine it as something quite terrifying.
Natomiast to
But that's
wcale
not
nie
really
jest
the case.
dużym problemem.
The bigger challenge is equalizing the pressure in your ears. As you dive deeper, external pressure increases rapidly, and you need to equalize the pressure in your ears. It's similar to what happens during airplane landings,
Jak na przykład jesteśmy w samolocie,
when
samolot
cabin
ląduje,
pressure
ciśnienie
changes and your
jest
ears feel
podnoszone i
blocked.
Wtedy czujemy, że w uszach nam się coś tam przytyka.
On a
że w
plane,
samolocie
you can
możemy sobie
easily
łatwo
fix it
poradzić,
by swallowing,
przełykając
moving your
ślinę,
jaw, or
ruszając
yawning.
brzuchwą, ziewając. W wodzie
Underwater,
tego nie
those
działają.
methods don't work. Instead, you need to use a technique called the
Technika
Frenzel maneuver.
wyrównywania ciśnienia, która
Some
okazuje
people
się, że
instinctively
dla wielu
perform
osób
it without realizing it.
intuicyjnie jest wykonywana, nie
But
dla
for others,
wszystkich.
it
No,
doesn't
jeżeli
come
mamy do
naturally.
czynienia z osobą,
If someone
która sobie
struggles
z
with
tą
this
techniką,
technique,
ona się nazywa techniką Frenzla, nie radzą,
they
to
should
zanim
practice
taka
it
osoba
before
pójdzie na
enrolling in a
kurs,
freediving
dobrze byłoby,
course.
gdyby jeszcze poświęciła trochę czasu na opanowanie tej techniki.
Only
Dopiero
once
wtedy,
they've mastered it does it make sense to start
żeby
training.
iść na kurs.
All right, here's what you'll be doing next. Holding your breath for as long as you can. This will be similar to what you practiced earlier on the mats, but this time you'll be in the water, so it'll feel a bit different. Place both hands on the edge of the pool. Submerge your head underwater, breathe for a moment, take a deep breath, and remove the snorkel from your mouth. How about you? Are you ready? All right. Just a bit longer. You're doing great. And breathe. Take a deep breath. Excellent. That was fantastic. All that was missing was some fish down there. And breathe. That was so much fun. If someone decides they want to start freediving, how should they prepare? What equipment do they need? Do they need any special gear or medical tests? The only equipment you actually need are swimming trunks or a swimsuit.
Kąpielówki albo kostium.
Nothing
Nic więcej
more.
nie potrzeba.
At first, it was a huge unknown challenge. Then came the fear. I was a little scared because I thought I wouldn't be able to hold my breath long enough to dive. I also had trouble with the snorkel. You need to take a breath underwater with it, then spit it out. And I wasn't very good at that. But after 3 or 4 tries, it started to click. Why did you take it off? Well, I got distracted and accidentally submerged the snorkel underwater. It filled with water, and I couldn't blow it out. Let me try again. Same thing, one more time. A freediver uses a snorkel to breathe at the surface. But when they dive, they always take the snorkel out of their mouth. That's exactly what we'll practice now. When you're underwater, you should absolutely not have the snorkel in your mouth. It's dangerous because if you were to lose consciousness, water could flow straight into your lungs. Of course, that's not going to happen here. We're staying in very shallow water, but the key is to position your head downward properly. The actual diving seemed incredibly difficult. But once I pushed through the fear and started doing it, I realized it was so much easier than it looked. And what's the most important in all this? Holding your breath. At the beginning, you don't need to hold it for longer than a minute, as descending to a depth of 5 meters with assistance from the instructor takes a brief moment. I've just finished my first ever freediving session. And let me tell you, the emotions are incredible. When we were going underwater, I was certain this would be really, really difficult. But it turned out to be surprisingly easy. It doesn't even require holding your breath for several minutes. The first attempts were just 30-40 seconds. Diving as deep as 5 meters. But it already feels like you're genuinely doing the sport. The next steps are to go further, dive deeper. And I think I'll give it a try, because Wow, those emotions. It's been such a long time since I felt this many positive vibes after an hour and a half of fun. Where am I? And what am I filming? Everything looks so stunning. It's even more magical when you're underwater and wearing goggles. Today, I dove 5 meters deep over there. I thought it would be much, much harder. But it turned out to be so much easier than I ever imagined.